All right, I am back. For those of you who were just watching the Cincinnati Tampa Bay 1980 replay, I thank you for continuing on to this video. That was a lot of fun, and I hope I have more games like that in the future. So now we have an unboxing. Now, there's a story behind this, and I'll tell you the story once you see what it is. I don't want to give away what it is. Right now, here's my box. Let's just go ahead and open it up and see what it is. Well, apparently it's newspapers. Sometimes I like to see, what do we got here? We have what newspaper is this? Maybe if I tell you what newspaper it is, I'll give it away. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow, it's from Southern Pines, North Carolina. I do like Southern Pines, North Carolina. I went golfing there a couple years ago. It was a blast. All right, what we got here? We have something from. Oh, it came out upside down. That's good. That means it's not spoiled. I'm gonna turn this over. I know what this is. I'm gonna turn this over first. That should give away what it is. It is a timekeeping thingamajiggy. So you can use this to keep time, and you can see right at the top there it says Hoops Pro Basketball. So this all started because about I don't know, 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, a buddy of mine sent me a video of Isaiah Thomas talking about my favorite NBA player of all time, my second favorite sports athlete of all time, and that is Mark Price. As a kid, I loved Mark Price. I still do. I don't know what he's doing now, but I still love him. And I would love going to Cavs games and just watching him play. And I started watching more videos, and I'm thinking, I really want to play with him in a game. I want to play one of these dice games with him, card and dice games with him. Started looking around. I could not find anything. APBA, I think they used to have a basketball game, but they don't anymore. Stratomatic didn't have the seasons I was looking for. And I kept looking and looking, and eventually I found this on YouTube. There were a couple different YouTubers, and I really would love to give them credit, but off the top of my head, I don't remember. One of them is there a Pops? Does that sound familiar? A Pops YouTuber? And then there was another guy who played it, and I watched a bunch of their videos and was like, this is great. And I went and I saw that they had the 89-90 season. I was looking for Mark Price's 90-50-40 year. I believe he was the second player in NBA history to get a 90-50-40, which, if you don't know, is 90% free throws, 50% field goals, and 40% three-pointers. The first player to do it was this little known guy from French Lick, Indiana, Larry Bird, I think his name was. I never really heard of him. But then Mark Price did it, and then they moved the line, the three-point line up a little bit, and everybody started doing it. And then they moved the line back, and people didn't do it as much anymore. Like, Mark Price did something that not a lot of people do, and I loved watching him play. And they had the 89-90 season. Very excited about that. So let's open this up, and then I'll tell you a funny story. Wait, like this. All right, what do we got here? All right, we're going to start with, it looks like a whole bunch of directions. All right, it's a whole bunch of directions. So we've got a laminated kind of quick start guide. Oh, this is if you're going to play with no dice. Okay, I'm playing with dice. I saw that you could play this with or without dice, and I'm playing with dice always. So this is a nice little little thanks for buying this, and then we have the table of contents. Not really stapled or anything, but that's fine. It's no big deal. Then you've got some charts here in the back. I saw him using them on the YouTube videos, like, intentional foul, last 6 minutes, push the ball, and then you've got examples of the cards. And then underneath it, you've got all the cards. Now, I guess. Oh, and then we've got this is a game where you flip cards over. I've seen people play those kind of games. I think I saw Dave Gardner play. Is it like a fast flip or fast card or fast something game? And this is very similar to what this is. So here's the cards. I wonder if I can get the Cavaliers out. Is my knife? Yes, here's my knife. So let us see if I can find the Cavaliers. I don't think I like how these are packaged. If I remember seeing, so I've got a bunch of Atlanta Hawks on top. I don't know why the Atlanta Hawks wouldn't be together. And I think I'm going to have to like sort out all these cards on my own. Yeah, so we've got like Chicago Bulls. Oh, is it guards? No, it's not guards because Hot Rod Williams is a forward. So like there's Hot Rod Williams, and this is what the card looks like right here. Let's see if I can zoom that in a little bit. It's not focusing very well. Let's try this one. Oh, there we go. That's better. That's what the card looks like. It's got a bunch of things on here. Very similar to APBA in terms of roll the dice, look at the card. Only there's no extra board to look at. Most of the results just come right from this card. So I don't know why like Hot Rod Williams and Winston Bennett are by themselves. It's like there's like 2 or 3 players from each team in this stack. And I'm not really sure why they did that. And I already know who I'm looking for. Let's find the point guards. Okay, they're down there. So here's the point guards. So we've got, well, actually, it's not the point guards because I just saw Bill Cartwright. We've got Steve Kerr. We've got Steve Kerr, Cavalier point guard. Didn't play much this year. You can see 6.7 points, 1.3 rebounds, 3.2 assists. There's a right there, 21 minutes per game. Actually, didn't play too bad then. And then we've got the great Paul McKeskey, big white center for this team. He was terrible, but that's okay. I'm gonna just leave the camera rolling here while I find Mark Price. And then I'm excited because, you know, the Cavaliers during that time were similar to the Browns. The Browns made the playoffs a bunch of times. They'd make it really far in the playoffs, and then they'd run into John Elway and they'd lose. The Cavaliers would make it to the playoffs, they'd win a bunch of games, and then they'd run into Michael Jordan and they'd lose. So I looked at the schedule for this year, and the very first game is against Chicago, and the second game is against my second favorite NBA player of all time, Reggie Miller and the Indiana Pacers. I love Reggie Miller. I remember seeing an Indiana Pacers Cleveland Cavaliers game when I was like 12, and I just really loved Reggie Miller. So I'm very excited to play those 2 games. So here is the Mark Price card, and he's 19 points, 3.5 rebounds, 9.1 assists, and you can see some of the different dice rolls down there. Again, I'm pretty sure I know how to play this game right now, based on all the YouTube videos that I've watched, but it's going to take me a little bit of time with that first game to make sure I'm doing everything right. So I will say one last thing. I have a real quick story to tell. I was very excited to get this game because I wanted to play Mark Price's 90-50-40 year. And then yesterday morning, after it had already been shipped, I knew it was coming today. I was looking at NBA stats and I realized, oh, that wasn't his 90-50-40 year. He was like 88, 49, 40. So he's close this year, but it was actually the previous year that they went 57 and 25 and they had all these, you know, all these great stats. This year they went like 42 and 40. So I don't expect as many wins. I'm not going to play a whole season or anything like that. I'm just going to play games here and there when I feel like, and I'm only going to play the Cavaliers. So the first game's against the Bulls. The second game's against the Pacers. I'm only going to play the Cavs and I'll throw it up on YouTube. And if you don't watch them, great. And if you're waiting for football, don't worry. I'm continuing my 89 season. I'm going to play some 1980. I'm going to play some 1958. I'm loving all of this, playing these games. So that's it for the video. Just want to show you what I bought and what you should expect to see next. I'm going to play Cleveland, Chicago as the next set of videos. I don't know how long it's going to take to play. So it could be, you know, 4 videos for 4 quarters. It could be 2 videos for 2 halves. I have no idea. And with that, thank you for watching, everyone. And I will talk to you all next time.